ॐ इन्द्रं मित्रं वर्णमग्निम् आहुरथो दिव्योऽसासु परमो गरुत्मान् एकं सविप्रा बहुधा वदन्ति अग्निं यमं मातरिश्वानमाहो ममीना पिता वसो माता शतक्रतो बभूवित अधाचे सुन्दमी महे नो भूतं च भव्यं च सर्वं यश्च अधितिष्ठति स्वर्यस्य च केवलं तस्मै ज्येष्ठाय ब्रह्मणे नमः तस्मै ज्येष्ठाय ब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Honorable Acharya ji, all the respected trustees, office bearers, executive members of this Vedic temple, dear brethren, sisters, and young children, the oldest religious book of the world, Rig Veda, gives us message and direction that Manubhav Janaya Devyam Janam. O man, be a true human being and rear up your children so that they possess divine qualities, divine virtues. This is our duty. First, yourself adopt such transcendental values and then pass on to your children. And further, build up your society in such a way that all the persons associated with it, they also are virtuous by nature. They have divine nature. So this is the message of Rig Veda. How much we are observing, how much we are following, can be judged and guessed only when you know what are the divine qualities. Now we chant, recite Gayatri Mantra, and Gayatri Mantra inspire, we pray to the Almighty to inspire our mind and lead our intellect towards righteousness, truthfulness, and many others. Other beautiful mantra is Vishwani Dev Savitar Duritani Paraso Yad Bhadram Tanna Aso. You are listening to the meaning of this hymn today from Acharya ji. Paraso, O God, take away, remove, Vishwani, all, Duritani, all our bad ills, all the vices, all our bad habits, our pains and sufferings. Yat Bhadram, Yat, whatever is Bhadram, beneficial and best, maybe qualities, maybe deeds, maybe nature or wealth. So whatever is best in the world, O God, Tan Aso, give it to me. It's a very simple word and very simple hymn. again I would say here we should know what are these divine virtues. I've been giving talks earlier also. This is my fourth talk in succession. So I have tried in each my talk to take up a few of these divine virtues. In Manusmriti, Rajarshi Maharaj Manu asks us that there are 10 characteristics of religion, namely Dhritti, Kshama, Dhammo, Asteyam, Shaucham, Indriya Nigraha, Dhir, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodho, Dashkam, Dharma Lakshanam. While talking on yoga, you are listening today also, Maharishi Patanjali Ashtanga Yoga. So, 5 yamas and 5 niyamas, they are the divine virtues to be followed in life. While speaking from Siddharth Prakash on Swami Dayananda Saraswati, his life and contribution, I had quoted Vidya Vilas Manso Dhrit Shir Shiksha Satyavrata Rahit Man Manvapahara Sansar Dukh Dalare Subhushitaye Dhanya Nara Ved Karm Paropar. These are the 8 divine qualities we should follow. All these learned scholars, Rishi, Muni, Yogi, saints, they have been telling us in their own way what are the divine qualities, how much we grasp, how much we accept, how much we act upon those. That is the only thing to be ensured in our life. How much we can return, how much is the retention, and how much we can pass on to our children, our relation, our near and dear, and to members around us in our society. Mahatma Vidur, you know about Mahatma Vidur, he was Prime Minister of King Dhritarashtra. He says in Vidur Niti, Ashto Guna Purusham Deepayanti. Ashto, 8 guna, qualities. Purusham, person, a man. Deepyanti, they shine. They make him resplendent. They bring forth his moral character. They add to his name and fame. What are these qualities? Dhairyam, Balam, Damo Jnanam, Abhahu Bhashita, Yagyam Dhanam Tapashche. These are the 8 qualities one should follow. Now you see, out of these 8, 6 are common, which we can find, which the other learned scholars have said. But Balam and Abhahu Bhashita, they are new. Balam means strength, power. Till one is powerful, one is strong, sturdy by body, by mind and by his even soul. He cannot deliver the goods. He cannot satisfy himself even. So he has to be strong, energetic. If a man is very weak, as we say, he is comedy Perwan, and some person superior to him comes and hits him, and he goes, okay, I forgive you. This is no forgiveness. He cannot help it. Forgiveness is when man forgives and forgets, the actions are the weaker. So, element of tolerance, element of forgiveness is also associated with this bala. Then abhavbhashita, bhav means excess, bhashita means speaking, excess talking, excess and useless talking. One who indulges in excess and useless talking, and abhavbhashita, who is not engaged in such useless talk. So these are two qualities which are different in this 8 qualities mentioned by Mahatma Gandhi. When we go to Gita, interestingly, Yogeshwar Sri Krishna in Gita, they full one chapter for Dev and Asur Sampatti Vibhag Yoga. There, Yogeshwar Sri Krishna gives us 26 such transcendental qualities to be followed, which he doesn't say at the end that these are the transcendental qualities inherited by person of divine nature. Those who are born with these qualities. Some are born, some try to inculcate, develop. Everybody is not born with these qualities. So we have to find out the person who are having such qualities, have their company, because man is known by the company he keeps. And nurture these qualities in you. Automatically your children will observe, your neighbor will observe, in the society your companion will observe, and they will also follow the same, follow suit. Those 26 qualities are Abhayam, Sattva Sanshuddhi, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthati, Danam Damashta Yagyascha, Swadhyaya Tap Arjavam. In one shloka, one verse, these are 9 verses. In second, Ahimsa Satyam Agrodhas, Tyaga Shanti Peshunam, Jaya Bhuteshu Loluktam, Margvam Veer Chapalam. These are 11. And in third verse, he says, Teja Kshamaha, Dhiti Shaucham, Adroho Na Atimanta, Bhavanti Sampadam Devim Abhijatasya Bharata. These are 26 transcendental values. And when I was just comparing that Balam element, Balam quality mentioned by Mahatma Vidur is addressed here as Teja by Lord Krishna. Abhavbhashita, which was something unique by Mahatma Vidur, that is as Chapalam. So, once we ponder over these 26, what are they producing? Abhayam, fearlessness. Fear, you see, I will tell you a story regarding this fear. Fearlessness. Sattva Sanshuddhi, purity of mind. Jnana Yoga Vyavasthati, cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Dhanam, charity, donation. Willingly what you give away from your own income for the needy person, needy societies, institutions, that is not a charity. So Danam, Damascha, self-control. Yagyascha, Yajna. Yajna, this is one of the Yajna we perform, Agnihotra. We, not only this, these kindle our inner light. Yajna are not a small thing. They kindle our inner light. आत्म ज्योति प्रज्वलित होती है ये, and there the benevolent works. Agnihotra, 5 yajna, 5 mahayajna, which every householder should do daily. In addition to that, all the acts of benevolence, they come under the category of yajna. So danam, damascha, yagyascha, Swadhyay, reading of Vedas. Swadhyay, tap, ceaseless efforts. Austerity. Arjavam. Arjavam means simplicity. One should not be ऋजु पंथ के पथिक बने हम, कुटिलता को त्यागें. We should follow the straight path. That is known as Arjavam. Daya Bhuteshu, kindness, compassion toward other creatures. And then Arvanuktam, detachment. We should not be attached too much, extensively, although our senses of knowledge may come in contact with the vices. We must have self-control. That is known as Alvanuktam. Mardhamam, gentleness. And then Veer. Veer means modesty, Lajja. I was telling while coming with Brother Virendraji and Kamalaji, I was telling them modesty is something not to go against the society rules, not to go against the rules set by, principles set by our Dharma Shastras. And in case we go against them, we must feel shame. That element is known as Lajja, modesty. And passionam, aversion to fault finding with others. We should not find fault, ninda. Then come tejaha, balam, strength, power, energy. Tejaha, kshama, forgiveness, tolerance. Dhiti, perseverance, your fortitude, contentment, satisfaction, self-satisfaction, and Dhiti, Shaucham. This is purity. Purity of what? Purity of our body, mind, intellect, and our soul. Manusmriti gives us beautiful verse. Adbhi gatrani shudhanti, adbhi gatrani shudhanti, mana satye shuddhati, vidya tapobhyam bhut atma, buddhi jnane shuddhati. So, adbhi, our body, get clean with water, with truthfulness, our mind is purified. Our soul becomes sacred with vidya and tapobhyam, knowledge and ceaseless effort, and our intellect becomes pure with the attainment of knowledge. So we two are left. Adroho, they are new. Adroho, freedom from envy. Don't be hostile to others. Don't be jealous. Don't have ill will towards others. And Nati Manta. Freedom. What happened? I have done this. I am responsible for all this what you are seeing here. I am so and so in the society. That society cannot move without me. I mean, this is passion for honor. We do have. We are human beings. This human tendency is there, should not be there. Na ati manta. Freedom from passion for supremacy or power. Bhavanti sampadam devi. Bhavanti. These are sampadam, real property, transcendental qualities. Bhavanti sampadam devi. Abhijatasya Bharat. O son of Bharat Arjuna, these are the transcendental qualities people should inculcate, and these are basically found in many who are born with these inherent qualities. So, once we know about these qualities, we should ponder over. Chintan, Manthan, we should sit and ponder over, think deeply, and then try to observe it all. I was telling you, I will tell you a story, a bit of, first was Abhayam, fearlessness. Once Yudhishthira, King Dhritarashtra called Vidur, and Vidur was the Prime Minister. He said, Vidur, what has happened to the people? I listen in the society that they are restless, they are feeling every time there is no peace. What is the cause? Said, oh God, there is extreme attachment to their belongings, due to which their greed, their anger, their fear, and that is causing them worries. They are all worried. That is the problem. Whatever good they have got, they are not seeing that. They are asking, longing for more and more. Then he tells one beautiful story. A man went towards a jungle. There was thick forest. Just at the start of that forest, he saw one woman with very big and horrifying body. He saw 5 snakes nearby, poisonous snakes. He was frightened and started running and ran toward the jungle. He went deep into the jungle. And in jungle, naturally, he would certainly listen to the loud sounds of wild animals. We were hearing the roars of the lion, then elephant, jackals, and so many sounds were coming to him. He was most frightened and started running here and there. Because it was thick jungle, it was darkness, he slipped and went on slipping and was to the the extent of falling in the pond in that forest. But as good luck would have it, he caught hold of one branch of a tree. He did not slip into the pond. He was safe. He went there. He heaved a sigh of relief, waited for a moment. When the situation was stable, now he started looking around. And he saw beneath one big python was with open mouth was staring at him. Oh my God, again I will face death. Then he saw one white mouse and one black mouse nibbling the very branch of the tree which he was holding. Then he heard noise of elephant pushing the elephant with 6 trunks, pushing the very tree which branch he was holding. He was actually very much frightened. There was fear of death. He was fearing death now, certain death. But fortunately, at that moment, a drop of honey trickled from a beehive from other branch. The beehive was there in another branch of the tree, and honey was trickling. So that drop of honey came to his lips. Oh, it is very delicious and very sweet. And he became busy tasting that delicious and sweet honey, and forgot about all these misfortunes facing him, so much so death was facing him. This is the stage of affairs of common man. In despair and hope, he is running between both of them. Instead of following a path which can lead to permanent peace, he is busy in this gathering all these items because he feels these are the real comforts. So Vidhu says to King Dhritarashtra, this is the state of affairs prevailing in the society. That's why man is worried, man is in fear, man is greedy, he is not living anger. This is the reason there. We learn so many things from our acharyas, from our learned people. We should try to keep it with us. Now see, while looking to sanskaras, 16 sanskaras, during marriage ceremony, Acharya tell us, Om Mam Vrate Te Hridayam Dadhami Mam Chittam Anu Chittam Te Astu. But do we follow subsequently? We forget. We have children right from, you see, at the time of Yajnapavi Sanskar, Upanayan Sanskar, this Acharya also, this same verse is repeated here. Vedaram Sanskar, same again is repeated. But we don't remember, don't recollect, we forget. Atharva Veda asks us, Anuvrataha Pitu Putro Matra Bhatu Samana Jaya Patte Madhumati Vajam Bhatu Shanti Mam. What is heaven? like family we can have, provided in the family itself, the children, father, son and daughter, they follow the principles, the motives, the rules set by the father in the family. And they have heart tuned to the heart of their mother, same wavelength. Jaya, the wife, should speak very sweet, Madhumati and Shantivam with peaceful, in peaceful atmosphere. I mean, these are very simple words, simple hymn, simple verses. Simply, we should ponder over, we should have the capacity to think over, to sit, think over it and observe in our life. Ma bhrata bhrataram diksha, ma sasar musvasa, samyancha savrata bhutva, vacham vadat bhadraya. Brother, sister, they should not be jealous of each other. They should have same thinking. And savrata, the family's rules, principles, they should follow those. So these are the things we should observe in life. I am very grateful. My wife has not come today with me. She was not feeling well. She was also paying rewards and compliments to all of you. We are grateful for the love and affection shown to us during our stay in Atlanta. Particular thanks and gratitude to Brother Dhinendraji and Pramalaji. They have been bringing us to this beautiful Vedic temple, a dreamlike project, and also my appreciation and sadhuvad to dear Vishuddhi, who has put my talks on YouTube so that these can guide all the persons and have proper use of all the lecture. Not my lecture only. I am subscriber to Vedic Temple. So I am listening to all the programs of Acharya Ji and other also. So I thank you very much all and pray to the Almighty that we inculcate a few of the transcendental qualities, good virtues, good qualities, good characteristics in our life so that we can further improve to our satisfaction and to the entire satisfaction of our Aryan Samaj. And these will automatically, I always say, you improve yourself. Hum sudhrenge, jag sudhrega. You improve yourself. Start from home. So, Gita's sermons, these are available in chapter 16, verses 1, 2 and 3. You can kindly go through them, think over them and try to follow in your life. Thank you very much.